Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy CarriesHD and I am Clips. I'm bringing you guys a pretty long gameplay today, gameplay commentary. I think the game's about 13 minutes long, so I've got a lot to talk about here today. But so the first thing I'm going to talk about is my two girls story, how I actually played two girls. Oh, I'm a player. No, just kidding guys. But what really happened, this happened like a few weeks ago, so this actually pretty recently happened a few weeks ago. And so basically, to set up the story, there were two girls. We'll call one girl A and we'll call the other one girl D, just because that's the initials of the first name, so I can remember when I'm telling the story. So what happened was, I have a good friend from school who actually introduced me to one of her really good friends from like a different school, but they still live like pretty close. Like she lived like 15 minutes away or something. And so she wanted to introduce me to her friend because, you know, she's a nice friend. So she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna set you up with my friend." And that was awesome. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. That sounds good to me. It's not like I was dating anyone or talking to anyone at the time. And so what actually ended up happening was, I do forensics and debate, which is, again, like this competition that I have to go to almost every weekend. We do these tournaments. And so it was like really hard to fit a date into my schedule because I was always busy on the weekends, and during the week I work and have class. So it was really hard to get together to have a date. So as this goes on for about 3 weeks, where I just can't go out on a date with this girl, I actually, like, just by chance randomly started talking to girl D. So that's girl A. The one that my friend introduced me to is girl A. And then there's girl D. Meanwhile, I've been flirting with girl A, like, pretty hardcore. So you can judge me morally by the end of the story. So I started talking to girl D. And girl D is nice. I've known her for a while, and, you know, like, we've been okay friends, but not really much more. And there's this girl who's actually into girl D, but girl D is, while she is bisexual, she doesn't really like this other girl. Put it simply, this other girl that is really into girl D, she's getting the superlative this year of most likely to be on America's Most Wanted. So yeah, she's something special. So anyway, girl D isn't really interested in this girl, and there's also another third girl who's interested in me that I'm not interested in her. So the solution to this problem is girl D and I decide we're going to go on a date and post a picture like on Instagram, on social media, so that those two girls will leave us alone and they'll think that like we're sort of a thing. So it originally started out as a joke date. That's why I was okay with it. I was like, it's a joke date, it's fine. So like, even I can talk to these two different girls because one's a joke date. So I'm going on a joke date with girl D that I have planned, and that joke date is going to happen right before the real date with girl A. So I go on the joke date with girl D and nothing really happens. Like, we sort of hold hands a little bit for like the tail end of the movie, like the last half, but that was like about it. So nothing really happened. And girl A, who I've been like hardcore flirting with, I went on the real date with her, and we were holding hands almost the entire show, and I would have kissed her, but she kind of said no earlier. Like, we were texting and I kind of hinted towards I might kiss her on the first date, and she was like, "I usually don't kiss people who I met for the first time." So it's like, okay, whatever. So I was like, whatever, that's fine. So I went on the joke date with girl D. Again, nothing really happened. We held hands a little bit. Went on the real date with girl A, and we held hands the entire time. And after that date with girl A, I kept flirting with her even harder this time. Like, I'm hardcore flirting. But I keep talking with girl D, and so I'm stuck in this really big situation because I'm normally not the person to have one girl, let alone two girls, and then I don't really feel comfortable like manipulating them or anything. So I'm like, okay, I'll make my decision by the end of the week. And girl A is just head over heels for me. I mean, she is just crazy about me. She really is. Like, I don't know how she got so into me, but she really was. Um, but the problem with girl A is our personalities don't match up perfectly. Like, not as well as with girl D. And girl A is going over to New York to see her mom for like a while, which is like really not good for me, right? Like, she's going to be going over for months at a time to go see her mom, which is like really kind of a turnoff for me because that means I won't see her like half of almost the entire summer. So I'm thinking, man, that sucks because I'm going to build a relationship with this girl for like 2 months and she's going to go away for like 2 months, and that sucks. And with girl D, like, our personalities match up a bit better. She's closer, like, and I know her better. So I was like, man, I think I have to go with girl D. So I break things off with girl A, and she's bawling. Like, she's bawling. Her friend that I talked to you about earlier who introduced me to her was like, she's bawling. She's really sad. Like, this is awful. And I told my friend about this, like, all about it, my decision. She agreed with me. That's what I should do. So we talked about it, and that's basically what happened. And she was like torn up about it, and I was completely honest with her, but it was pretty bad. And her friend called me one night. I was sitting there playing some Call of Duty, having a good time, and her friend called me. Not the same friend that introduced me to her, but a different friend. And I thought she was gonna rip me apart, but in all honesty, she didn't. I was so surprised. I thought she was going to rip me apart, but she just wanted to get the straight story, so it was cool. So it was pretty crazy. It was a pretty crazy time. But yeah, so that's the two girls story. So I'm still not dating girl D. We'll see what happens. We haven't really been able to get together because, again, I'm super busy and she's super busy, and we'll just figure it out, you know? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to write it out. All right, and so that brings me to my next topic. How in the world did I get two girls talking to me? How did I do it? And like, that's something I've been thinking about a lot recently. And honestly, it boils down to this one simple thing. Literally, I know you've probably heard it a million times, but just trust me on this one. The key to getting girls is talking to them. Literally, that's it. That's all you have to do. It's that simple. Now, I've heard this tip before. I've heard just talk to them, it'll be fine, everything will work out. And I honestly didn't believe it at all. But it's so true. Like, all you have to do, you meet a girl, just talk to her. You don't meet a girl, just talk to her. Just the girl standing next to you in line, the girl checking you out, I get the grocery store. If she's checking you out, obviously, please talk to her. Like, you're missing out. Like, the girl sitting next to you in class, talk to girls. Just talk to them. They literally just want to talk. And it's so easy. It really is. Like, if you want to find a girl, just talk to them. That's it. And if you're friends with a girl, keep talking to them. Talk to them more than usual. Go out and plan things that are just with you two. Like, if you have a friends group and you want to date this girl, you got to find out if you're in the friend zone, which is very difficult. I can make an entire separate video on that. But you just need to talk to her. Like, just talk to her more, and then set up something casual, set up like, do you want to, go see a movie, something new's just coming out, or do you want to go to the mall? Like, do something super low pressure. Like, going to the mall is super easy. Going out to coffee, like, just literally talk to them. That's it. That's all I did. I went from like having no girls at all to literally just talking to them. And that's all I did. And it's really simple. And honestly, that right there has boosted my confidence immensely. I think confidence is like the most important thing. So now I just want to talk about confidence because I think it's super important. So I know I've been super jumpy in this video, but it all kind of links together, right? Because I know what you're thinking. You're too scared to talk to girls. Find confidence. I don't know what does it for you guys, but really for me, I just listen to songs that just pump me up, and instead of listening to them when I need to get pumped up, I just listen to them all the time. I've been listening to a lot of rap artists actually recently, which is something I'd never do. I've been listening to a lot of MGK. That just gets me really pumped up. And it really makes me excited for whatever I'm about to do. And it gives me such huge confidence because normally like rap songs are about being the best or whatever. And so whenever I listen to rap songs, I just get really hyped up. I get really like, oh, I'm the best. And if you think you're the best, you're just going to be so much better. Like as a person, I just feel so much better. That confidence is just huge. And honestly, that's like the second thing in getting girls. Like you have to talk to them as number one, and confidence is number two. If you have those two things, it's just you might as well just have them all. Like you're gonna have 50 girls on you, I promise. It's literally as simple as talking to them and having confidence. If a girl doesn't want you and she makes that clear, drop her. She's done. There's a billion more out there. Trust me. When I told you this story about two girls, I never thought I'd tell you a story like that. But honestly, it's that simple. All I did was I talked to them, and they wanted it. Like that's it. That's all you have to do. And it's that confidence too, because during a date, I used to find myself like very nervous, and that confidence is super key. Just chill out. Everything's going to be fine. If it doesn't work out with that girl, there'll be more in the future. So that confidence is just really incredible. So thank you guys for watching this video. I bring it up to the last minute here. It may have been a sort of boring commentary or gameplay. It was a huge comeback actually, but I did get a little bit campy because I was nervous and I needed to get that win. But so I hope you guys really enjoyed the gameplay. I sure enjoyed playing it. I sure enjoyed making this video for you guys. So let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. I might start up what I call a Let's Talk series, and I can talk about girls. I can talk about stories. I've already done some story videos. I can talk more about advice, like I can give life advice, whatever you guys want to see. Comment down below whatever you guys want. Like, subscribe, make sure to follow the Twitter if you'd like, or go follow us on Twitch. We're going to start trying to pull out some more content to you guys. So I hope I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you liked the topic, and I hope this was a interesting story to hear. See you guys. Peace.
The CDP stands strong.